Hello and welcome to the Commander's Quarters, your Magic the Gathering source that helps you command your budget. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all their support. There's even a brand new Brigadier General tier where you can get a shout out on a Commander's Quarters episode that's dedicated to you. Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Quarters studio. Welcome to the show. So you may have already seen these cards on Reddit, or maybe you haven't, but anyways, the 2021 Judge Conference promos have finally been revealed, and I just wanted to talk about, well, how amazing this art looks first of all, and then secondly, how expensive these are going to be. Now, I guess I should have specified, these are just 2 of the 10 promos from 2021. 4 of the other ones have already been revealed, but these are some really big ones. Judge promos are given to judges. Go figure. So if you are a Magic the Gathering judge, congratulations! Enjoy these amazing cards, and if you're not, you're gonna have to pay up. Regardless, let's jump to the cards, talk about the markup on other Judge promo cards that we've seen in the past, and then also talk about how expensive these cards just might be. So the 2 Judge promos that were recently revealed were Morophon and Zacama Primal Calamity, and as you can see, these new Judge promos have some new amazing art. Now when it comes to Judge promos, you can tell by the bottom left of the card, with that J21 being the Judge promos of 2021, and it also says Judge down in the bottom left as well. Also on the bottom left of that Morophon card, we see the 001 out of 010, or in other words, this is 1 out of 10, and Zacama is going to be 10 out of 10. So again, in total, in 2021, there are 10 Judge promo cards, and these are 2 of them, obviously, and there are 4 other ones that we've seen already this year, but we'll talk about that here in a bit. Regardless, these are going to be in very high demand. Obviously, there are only going to be so many printings of each of these out there that are going to judges in Magic. These are not going to be available in booster packs or in other products or anywhere else, so unless you're a judge, you're not getting one, or at least I should say, you're not getting one unless you buy one from a judge. Or at least subsequently, someone who bought one from someone who bought one from a judge, or bought one from a judge. You know what I mean. The secondary market is the only place you're going to be able to get these. Now, how much can you expect to pay for one of these, though, on the secondary market? Well, to figure that out, let's first look at the demand for the regular versions of these cards and see where those prices are at. First up, let's take a look at Morophon the Boundless, which was originally printed in Modern Horizons, and I guess I do say originally printed because it hasn't been reprinted except for in the list, which is kind of a reprinting, but kind of not. Regardless, the current price of Morophon the Boundless is just under $24, which already makes it not really a cheap card at all. In fact, for a budget player like me, that is very much not budget. Regardless, Morophon is an incredibly popular commander. In fact, at this point on EDH Rec, it is the 25th most popular commander out there. It is the head of countless tribal decks out there because it's a 5-color commander that can essentially be the lead of any tribal deck. Or, you know, if you're someone like me, you build a completely tribalist deck around it, utilizing a lot of the monuments, and yeah, that's a different story for a different day. If you haven't seen an episode, check it out after this one. Regardless, there's already a good amount of demand for Morophon, obviously, and now having this new alternative art version of it that's very specific and very hard to find, there's going to be a big price tag on that. There are a lot of commander players out there that like to bling out their decks, and if one of those players has a Morophon deck as their commander, well, they're probably going to bling that out as well. And on top of that, Morophon even sees play in 10% of eligible decks outside of it being a commander. So yeah, there are a lot of 5-color tribal decks out there, like, you know, the Ur-Dragon, that might want to utilize this card. And maybe that player's got a blinged out Ur-Dragon deck and they want to add this new blinged version of Morophon to it as well. We'll talk about potential estimated cost here in a bit, but before we do, let's talk about the next card. So the original Zacama Primal Calamity came from Rivals of Ixalan, and that card is currently $31.63, so even more expensive than Morophon. And I also included the Rivals of Ixalan promo pricing in here as well at $85.76. So yeah, obviously with a more rare version of a card that's already really popular and really expensive, it's going to be even more expensive. And this one isn't even an alternative art version of the card, it just has the date stamped on it, and it's shiny. Regardless, obviously, like the new Morophon, this new Zacama card is going to demand a really high price tag. Now, Zacama isn't nearly as popular of a commander as Morophon is. Currently, it's the 157th ranked commander, and it's got about 1/3 as many decks as Morophon. That being said, it does see play in about 8% of eligible decks outside of it being a commander. But as you can see, its price is most definitely higher than Morophon's, and yeah, there's going to be a high demand and a high price for this new art version. Now, when it comes to the markup for Judge promos, let's take a look at some similar ones from the past. So let's back up a few years and talk about some commanders that we've also seen Judge promos for. Back in 2016, we got the Judge promo version of Zur the Enchanter. The most budget-friendly version of Zur the Enchanter is from Modern Masters 2017, and it's $3.01. However, the Judge gift card from 2016 was $46.86. That is a 1,456.81% increase, so yeah, went up quite a bit. That's nearly as big as of a percentage increase as Wayfarer's Bauble's price jump, but that's a different topic for a different day. Regardless, one thing to keep in mind with Zur though is that there are other cheap versions of it. Or at least I should say cheap in comparison to the promo. It originally was printed in Cold Snap and it was also reprinted Commander Legends, so there are multiple versions of this, so its Modern Masters price is down because of that. Just one thing to keep in mind because again, Morophon and Zacama really don't have any true reprints. But another thing to keep in mind though is that Zur the Enchanter is a decently popular commander at number 37 overall. And as a card, it sees play an additional 3% of decks, so it sees a decent amount of play out there, so yeah, an alternative art version can be decently expensive compared to the regular version of this card. Regardless, now let's move on to 2017 with the Judge promo gift card of Avacyn Angel of Hope. The Avacyn restored version of this card is at $34.02. The Judge gift card version from 2017 is at $156.01. Now, percentage-wise, compared to Zur, that's nowhere near as high of an increase. But again, that's just percentage-wise, which still is at 358% increase. The actual amount of dollar increase, though, is quite substantial. The Judge promo version is over $100 more than the regular version. And again, like Zur, keep in mind that there are multiple reprintings of Avacyn Angel of Hope, and there's even an alternative art version from Double Masters, which is about half as much as the Judge version. Also, in terms of amount of play, Avacyn is not that popular of a commander at 289 overall, because, yeah, sorry Mono White. Regardless, as a card in the 99, it does see a decent amount of play in 6% of eligible decks. But now let's jump forward a couple of years to 2019 and talk about the Judge promo version of Sliver Legion. Now, Sliver Legion was originally printed in Future Sight, and currently that version is $81.79, but it was also recently reprinted this year in Time Spy Remastered, so its current price is $20.48 from that set. So that price is actually somewhat around where Morophon's price is, so just keep that in mind. And whereas that price is $20, the Judge gift card version is $144.01. That is an over 600% price increase and obviously a jump of over $100. So these Judge promos carry quite the high price tag and quite the high markup from the regular versions. Now, when it comes to the amount of play, Sliver Legion is actually the least popular commander that we've seen today, with just 127 decks on EDH Rec to its name to finish at rank 711. There are just more exciting and more powerful Sliver commanders out there for those that want to run Slivers. Though, as a card in the 99, it does see play in 5% of eligible decks. Finally, let's just talk about another Judge promo card from this year with the Gitrog Monster. The Gitrog Monster originally came out in Shadows over Innistrad, and its current price is at $5.52. But something that's really interesting, though, is that the Shadows over Innistrad promo price is $35.19. Again, that's the version that you see in the middle that has the date, and it's shiny. And like I mentioned before, this 2021 Judge card came out a while ago, so we do have a price for it at $33.81. So interestingly enough, we can see that the Judge gift card price is actually less than the Shadows over Innistrad promo price. Now, is that due to the art or something else, or the low supply of those Shadows over Innistrad promos? I don't know. It's just interesting, especially when comparing this to Zacama, which also has a promo for it. Also, when it comes to popularity, the Gitrog Monster is decently popular at number 55 overall. And as a card in the 99, it sees play in 7% of eligible decks. But now that we've taken a look at other Judge promos, let's get back to the matter at hand. First up, let's take a look at Zacama. Now, before I give you my estimated price, again, this price is just an estimation, and I am definitely not claiming that this is going to be the price and that I am an expert at all with any of this. Though I do know how math works, I am not in MTG Finance. Though the Get Rog promo version is near the Judge promo version when it comes to price, I don't think that's going to be the case with Zacama. I think that the Judge promo version of Zacama is going to demand a higher price tag and will probably be around, let's just say, $103.78. Let's go with that. So check back in a month or so and let me know how I did on this. It would be really funny if I hit the nail on the head, but I highly doubt that. Regardless, now let's move on to the Morophon Judge promo. Now, keep in mind that the base version of Morophon is cheaper than the base version of Zacama. Zacama is around 32-ish, and Morophon is around 24. That being said, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the Morophon version is going to command a higher price tag. So as for my guess for the price of this Judge promo card, let's just go with, $111.35. My reasoning for the price of the Morophon Judge promo being higher than Zacama's is actually quite simple. Morophon is an incredibly popular commander, in fact the most popular out of all the commanders that we've talked about today when it comes to Judge promos. Being the 25th most popular commander means that there's a lot of Morophon players out there, and there's definitely gonna be some that really want this Judge promo alternative art version of the card to lead their deck. Because of that, there's gonna be a higher demand for it, and yeah, demanding a higher price as well. Again, though, keep in mind that these are just my guesses, and I could be quite wrong. And I probably will be wrong, so anyways, in the comments below, please let me know what your thoughts on these cards are. Do you like the new arts? Do you not like the new arts? What price point do you think that they're going to command? So yeah, let me know in the comments below, and of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one.